So I don't think people understand that like they're limiting their earnings, but they're also limiting the quality of their service, limiting the impact that it has, and limiting the development of the athlete by just like pricing in this super like casual, like, oh, just like throw me a 20 on the way out. Like it's like
Yeah.
we have to be past that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's the pay as you go model, like the session by session. And I did that like 10 years ago and it was so bad. And it's not only is it like hindering the athlete and just there's no consistency there, but even for the coach to just keep track of the sessions, it's just so much extra work that it takes away from them actually coaching. I'm just a huge fan of
absolutely.
like the membership, the automation, so I can actually focus on doing my job, and the athlete, all they have to do, parent, drop the athlete off, come to as many as you want, and it's that simple for everyone.
Yeah. And I really will say like the economics of doing a membership model are so much more beneficial for the um the coach and also the committed athlete, right? I think that, you know, people think I'm like I would say like insensitive when I'm like, "Hey, you're going to make your money off of people that have enough money to pay for something and just don't give a crap." Right? Like because you are. Like parents are going to pay your membership fee, right? They're going to pay for months. The kid's going to show up a few times. Like that is what it is, right? And that kid's not going to get a lot out of it, but like that just is what it is. But then there's going to be a kid that's showing up every single time they can because they're like, "Oh my gosh, I really want to do this." Like and their parents like, "This is kind of expensive." You know what I mean? And like you're everyone's winning, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're making an income and the kids that are committed and want to get better are getting a lot better. And you know, I think viewing strength and conditioning as like this altruistic profession that, you know, like making money isn't important, like business concepts isn't important. Like it's just like it hurts it so much because it's like you said, there's so much undervaluing and then there's so much just like people don't respect you if you're like, "Oh, just shoot me a $60 Venmo after the session." Like, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, A, like, get a payment processing software. Oh my God. But
Yeah.
like,
So much
B, it's just
easier.
like, and like the more casual you are and the more like you don't care and the more your client's not going to care. And like, yeah, I'm sure it feels good when you cash out your $300 of Venmo every day, but it's like, that's not a sustainable business model, you know? So I think it's really important to like, you know, if you're going to make that shift, to just like, I don't like talk to people with successful businesses. Like, stop just like opening a gym and like
Yeah.
doing this crazy like single session Venmo me $20, $30, $50. Like, it makes the profession as a whole look kind of sloppy.
Sloppy is a really good way to put it. Yeah, I think the automations are so huge, and like you said, the automations, the membership style, it really does benefit the committed athlete, but it can also get some of those like uncommitted athletes to actually commit and be like, "Oh shoot,
Correct.
this is a program. This is progress. I actually need to show up 2 to 3
I
times
have
a
to
week
go. Yeah.
consistently in the off season." And I've had parents before like summer off season starts, they're like, we don't think we can make it to, 4 times a week, maybe once every other week." And I just tell them, "Don't do the program. You're going to waste your money. The kid's going to not get a lot out of it." And they just don't do it. So it also kind of weeds out people who like aren't just ready for it, which is fine. Like I'd rather have someone be all in.
And that's actually something that you know, I'm posting it later, but that I talk about in one of my business episodes of my podcast is like alignment with clients and like turning away clients that like are not worth it for you. And for me, that's what that is. Like if somebody wants to be inconsistent, the only thing I'm getting out of that interaction is money. And like I'm at the point where like I would rather have my hour back than your $120 if you're going to come here once every 2 weeks. So, you know, like getting to that point where you're like, my clients are a representation of my business. And like, I don't have to accept everyone. And it's like, I do coaching calls with people online and like, I will deny people because I'll have people that I'm like, you're not ready to do this. Like mentally, you're not ready. Like you don't have a good mindset about this. Like you just want to be skinny and lose 5 pounds. Like, you know what I mean? And I know we're not going to align, so I turn them away. And it's the same with athletes where it's like, if I'm going to see you twice a month, like I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
And then, you know what that does? Usually, like, rejection for people who have the money to pay for a service is the worst imaginable thing to them, because I have had people double down. Like, if I'm like, I don't want to see you once every 2 weeks, they're like, oh, okay, like, we'll do the weekly membership. And I'm like, so you were going to spend $240 with me, and now you're going to spend $1,200 a month. Got it. You know what I mean? Because people want to nobody wants to hear that a business doesn't want to take their money. Like, nobody wants to feel that they're like not good enough to work with a coach. You know what I mean? So you actually you create more business for yourself, and you create a better experience for the client. Like, I'm going to be so straight up with you that seeing you one time a week and you not doing anything for the rest of the week, we're both going to have a bad time.
And it creates a liability too, because if the client's that inconsistent, then at the end of the program, they're like, well, I didn't get the results. And then they leave a bad review. And it's like, no, you showed up twice a month.
And I don't even want to have that conversation.
No.
I don't even have the energy to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't even entertain that. With my online clients, we'll get to the end of 6 months, and then someone will be like, I'm just really disappointed. And I'm like, okay. And so I pull up their workout calendar and I go, okay, you had 2 weeks out of 24 that you did what you were asked to do.
Oh no.
I'm like, how do you feel? Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of in alignment with where you are right now. Got it. You know what I mean?
And it's good you track it. You track it, you get the attendance, and then you can be like, yo, you didn't do this.
Yeah, they log all their workouts, they log all their weights, I mean, not nutrition, because I'm not crazy about that. But and I'm just like, you weren't consistent, and somehow that's my problem. I gave you all the tools to do the work. You know what I mean? So
right.
And that's another thing that I will say for coaches is having, you should be, it goes back to the sloppiness, you should be programming for your athletes. Things should be recorded and written down. Mm-hmm. It's not, I'm making up the workout on a Post-it 4 minutes before the group session. You know what I mean? That is sloppy. And then also, you don't have documentation when it comes to it, right? If I get to the end of a 12-week cycle, I have everybody's cards, I have everybody's, everything that they've done for the last 12 weeks. I can look and be like, okay, so, Sophia didn't show up, half the time. And when she did, she was giggling with her friends, and she never lifted more weight than 10 pounds. It's just it goes back to the sloppy thing, being prepared, being calculated, being documenting everything, and legitimizing yourself as a coach, and not somebody who does workouts. We're so past that. You know what I mean? This is a profession. This is a methodology. We're past, come in for a workout. I'm done with that.
A whiteboard circuit style workout with
kill me.
No progression. Oh, it's still a really common thing here in a lot of facilities. I'm in Tampa, and yeah, it's pretty bad, but
Florida's kind of the Wild West of training.
What?
I said Florida's kind of the Wild West of training. I've seen some crazy stuff down there.
It's wild.
I've seen some crazy athlete videos down there that I'm like, oh God, no.
Yeah, so. I'm trying to just knock some sense into people down here. I'm kind of sticking out like a sore thumb, but it's fine. I was just gonna
say, what you want.